Hi, I'm Susan Holtz, and I am going to show you how to make sunflower seed dough, bread dough, into actually a beautiful sunflower. And I got inspired doing this at the International Bakery Industry Expo when I saw a teacher that I had many years ago, Joe Ortiz, who was judging a contest there, and some beautiful breads that were displayed there and so on, and it just got me inspired to actually look at an old cookbook that I had written by Judith Olney, and on the cover of that cookbook she had this beautiful sunflower bread, and so I decided to try it out, and I'm going to I actually made it into my own recipe, and I want to show you how I did that. But first of all, let's shape this bread. This is dough that has been proofing for about an hour and a half, and I do have the formula for this on the website. You'll have to find it, and what I'm going to do now is show you how to shape this. So I'm trying to gather it out of here. This is a lot of dough, and I'm putting this onto a 16-inch pizza pan that is covered with parchment paper that has equal parts cornmeal and flour on it, and I want to make the center of it thicker than the rest, and I want to pull this out. I really want to get this going here, pulling this in approximately at the center, and then I'm going to take an 8-inch bowl and turn it upside down and press like this, okay? And we'll get this up here, we hope. Here we go. Right? So that kind of helps us with the, I'm just going to play with this. Our next step is to take 1 egg yolk mixed with a couple of teaspoons of water and spread it on the center. And I take the chalazae, which is the white protein that's usually affixed to the egg yolk, and I take those off when I do this because I'm using it as a glaze. And with this, I'm going to sprinkle approximately 4 tablespoons of poppy seeds over the middle. So now I've sprinkled the poppy seeds on here. I'm using the scissors to cut the petals. I'm going to just kind of dip it periodically into my mixture of 50% flour and 50% cornmeal because it tends to stick. It's a sticky dough. And I'm going approximately, kind of going at a little bit of an angle and cutting. And I don't do them all at the same time. I dip my hands in and I'm going to round it out. You can see how it sticks. So I'm cutting, and I want to shape this petal as I go. I just fold to the center, and then I'm pressing, just to kind of give a little indentation there. Cut again. I'll just cut a couple. Just playing around with just positioning this a little bit. And now this is going to get washed with some of the wash, but to that I'm going to add some turmeric, about 1.5 teaspoons to 2 teaspoons, and I'm just going to dissolve this into the remaining wash, and then we're going to paint this. And I like to use a natural bristle brush versus some of the synthetics because it seems to be nicer to the dough. So that's what I'm doing here, so you can see that. So we're going to paint, and we're going to glaze this at the same time. We're just about finished touching this up here. Isn't that just so happy? Okay, colorful. So the bread is proofing rather rapidly, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a push, and there's a little bit of an indentation. I'm going to let it proof maybe another 5 minutes. So it proofs maybe 15 minutes. It really depends on how hot your kitchen is at the time. And this kitchen is fairly warm. It leaves a little indentation. It's ready, but it, as I said, doesn't take too long. Isn't that fun? So that now we have it before it's baked. And then I'm going to put it into a preheated 350 degree oven, and I do have a baking stone in there, and I just lay it right onto the baking stone, and I bake it for approximately 35 minutes, 40 minutes. It kind of depends on the size of your oven and so on. Okay, so we'll take it to. So the bread is out of the oven. It's been cooling for a few minutes on a cooling rack, and I'm ready to serve it to my guests. And so I take the peel and just put it right into my serving basket. And then you're going to let each guest pull off a petal. Of course, I don't want to do that now before I show you how gorgeous this is. And there we go. Pretty spectacular for a dinner party. Make sure that you have a big party, by the way, because it's a lot of bread.